Welcome to Knox Talk, talking all things Knoxville, with Robbie Sands and Lauren Rutherford.
As always, thank you, Miss Marissa, for that beautiful intro. Today, I am blessed to have the all-star cast. We have Miss Lauren Rutherford. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Happy to be here.
And Mr. Patrick Hoffman on the ones and twos.
I just did a laugh track inadvertently. I was trying to do the applause when you
He laughed at me.
And I put the laugh track up instead. So, there, applause.
Okay, we'll have to take your word for it because we don't have the headphones on. So. But
it's okay. I have full control over all of the sounds that are happening back here, and there are just those two.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
Well, okay.
I know the first thing I did when I got that thing was plug it in and just started hitting all the buttons.
I know.
And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had to delete the intro song because it's like 20 minutes long and it's not ours.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's
I was
funny.
like, well, I'm trying to get away from this, but it won't stop. So I just deleted it.
So we have like laughter now?
We have laugh track.
I didn't know.
Yeah, laugh track.
It's amazing.
Oh crap. See, I still don't know which one's which, but I just did the applause for the laugh track. So
that shows you how like uninvolved I am in that process of it.
Yeah, no, I'm right there. I see him pushing buttons and I'm like,
yeah.
Well,
today's episode is nothing but button pushing.
Yeah, and crickets.
Our fake live
That's
audience.
what's happening right now.
Okay, well, cricket. So what's happening this week? You want to start us off?
Yeah, so in Knoxville, just in general, or recap last week, because I know you had mentioned Storm and Crab. I went to Storm and Crab. It was phenomenal. My wife was confused on what we were celebrating, but we were kind of just celebrating like living. Yeah, not being dead is what I was going to say. Living sounds funner and better. But we enjoyed it. It was really good. I don't know. It fed a family of 4, so
You're not diving into it deep enough.
I'm not.
It's good. It's an experience.
Tell us about the flavors.
The flavor was amazing. So I do this a lot. I'm very indecisive when it comes to food and those type of things. And so I called the guy and I was like, hey, I've been wanting to come pick up some food for a while. Yep. I have no clue what I want. I know I like crab legs, but that's about it. I even looked at their menu online and I was still like, I don't know.
It can be overwhelming.
And so the guy was like, okay, do you like this? And I was like, yeah. Do you like this? Yep. This? Yep. Nope. Yep. Kind of thing.
Sure.
And so ended up, they just cooked it up. I was like, hey, I'll be there in about an hour and a half. And he said, okay, we'll make sure to time it right. And so it went really good. And the food was amazing. And
so good.
We got the like the hot flavoring, not the crazy hot or anything, or not the mild, but like the normal hot flavoring.
Yeah.
And then they bring it out in a bag and give it to you.
Do.
And I was like, okay, well, I really hope that bag holds up.
I think, yeah.
Is it a big bag or is
it's like a big plastic bag?
It's a big plastic bag, yeah.
About the size you would fit a head into, probably.
Almost exactly the size. We measured it. It would fit a human head.
Yeah. So equate that to seafood, and you're fine. Did y'all like pour it out, or did you just like?
Wait a sec. Wait. Hold on. I got to go back to. Yep. Wait, you tested it?
So the human head?
Yeah.
Theoretically, I'm imagining.
Okay. So like with a watermelon, like would it fit a watermelon?
Yeah.
Or a cantaloupe, maybe a large cantaloupe.
I've seen some really big watermelons.
I've seen some really big heads.
Okay.
I bet a medium-sized watermelon.
A medium-sized human head.
Yeah. That's your measuring weight size.
I measure everything in.
The human head weighs 8 pounds.
That's right.
Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm
glad we all got the reference.
I really am gonna have to try this place now, though.
Yeah, and so you've never been.
No, I haven't. I love seafood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was probably going to say the same thing you were. It is the best seafood in my opinion locally, for sure.
It's good. Well, cuz I think they do it's market price, so the prices do fluctuate a little bit.
Right.
But I'm like, when I go to a seafood restaurant, I kind of like look for that. I'm like, "Oh, you're getting like fresh stuff then."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like quality.
Not Red Lobster, which isn't to say Red Lobster is bad, but
Right. It has its place in the seafood chain.
I used to love Red Lobster until I experienced other seafood places. And then I'm like, oh.
I mean, I've had
like crab legs can be big.
I've had lobster in Maine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, you kind of that's
You're ruined.
kind of the standard.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, that's everything's downhill from there. I want to hear about, was hot too spicy? We got mild, and I like spice.
Yeah.
So I wish we would have dove in a little bit.
Yeah,
deeper.
I think hot's probably perfect because
Okay.
it was a little spicy, but not.
If you're
bad
like
at all.
sweating a little bit, you're like, this is
This
good.
is good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you want.
Yeah, we
Just
got
need, like a
we
little
didn't do
towel.
Yeah, just a little.
a little dab.
dab the forehead a little bit.
Yeah, I'm weird though in that I don't sweat at all. Like I can do about anything and never sweat, which I wish I would sweat sometimes, especially outdoor in the yard and stuff like that. Because it's your natural body's response to cool yourself off.
Yeah.
So I just overheat and I get mad. Like,
Well, you could, because dogs don't sweat, and that's
didn't
why
know
they
that.
pant.
oh, maybe I pant.
You should.
Maybe
Yeah.
You should try pants.
I'm gonna
should
try
try
to like
panting.
see if that's a thing I do. Yeah.
I think you should give it a try and report back.
The
I'm
next
just gonna
time you
start
mow the
panting.
lawn, pant.
It'll be fun and interesting. Okay.
Just be careful about breathing in the glass. The grass.
Yeah.
One
Trim.
thing about the seafood thing is that they asked so we didn't get crawfish
Yeah.
because I didn't think my daughter and my wife would go for that, and so we got shrimp instead. But it was $8 to get $8 for the add-on of shrimp plus getting them headless. So it's $3 if you
Oh.
leave the head on, I guess.
See, we like disassembled everything ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is fun.
yeah.
I mean, that is half the fun. I mean, you work
Yeah.
for your food a little bit.
That's right. It's an experience.
Mm-hmm. Do you have them deturted?
Ew.
No, I
I
don't
don't like
know.
that word.
You just do everything yourself. You take out the
Take out
line and
their intestine that runs
Tract.
down their back.
But it's part of it. That's like
It
just
is part of the
eating
experience.
is you don't eat. Some people suck the head of the crawfish because it's got all this I don't.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, take off the tail. That's great. I'm going to leave the head and all the stuff in there. That's green and yellow and stuff in there.
Yeah.
See, I can eat the tails. Like, I have no problem eating a shrimp tail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I go to an Asian restaurant that has whole shrimp, I have no problem eating the tail.
Like the hard part?
Yeah.
Well, in South Korea, some people do.
Yeah.
I'm
it's just
sure
part of
other
it.
places do.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, but
I've never tried it.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't
I
think
mean,
I'd like it.
It's not necessarily like a thing you have to do, but I mean, give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't really add anything to the flavor, although sometimes you can get like a pocket of seasoning that's been hidden in there underneath the shell. And so you
Sure.
just get like this really big boost of flavor.
a flavor
Otherwise, it's
booster.
just a texture thing. I mean, it's like, oh, I don't want to waste time, peeling this shrimp, so I'm just going to eat it.
Okay.
okay. Well, there's
Different ways to
Yeah.
eat shrimp.
Yeah, different way. There's
we're giving you
There-
weird looks here.
shrimp soup,
No, I'm just kidding.
shrimp salad,
There are
shrimp
tons
gumbo.
of okay. Anyway, so
Yep.
something happening cool in Knoxville is we talked about Poor Tap Room last week that they're now all touchless.
All touchless, yeah.
They're doing half price wine Wednesday,
Nice.
which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Hump
it
day.
wine down?
It's
Half
wine-
off wine down Wednesday.
That's it. Half off Wine Down Wednesday. It's from 12 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Sorry,
There
I
you
wanted
go.
to say 12 p.m. to 12 p.m. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Noon to midnight.
Yes.
Noon to
yes.
midnight.
So look out for that on Wednesdays.
I've never been one to go out and get wine at restaurants just in general. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's just a frugal thing or not.
It might be.
It sounds like
But
it is now
also,
that I
like-
said it out loud.
It gives you an opportunity to try some things that maybe you don't want to invest in an entire bottle. So
Yeah.
just, have a bunch of wine on tap.
Yeah, I like wine tastings. Do you do like breweries and stuff?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Well, I mean, that's to each his own, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and it's like definitely not. I feel like wine is more feminine, and I'm like, come on, girls, let's go get some wine. But
Yeah.
that's definitely like a mindset that like we should break. You should go to get wine.
Yes.
Everyone, it's good. It's good.
I mean, when I drank, wine was I preferred wine. It just it went down easier. Like I didn't feel gross like I did if I had, 12 beers. If I have 12 wines,
you're good.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's right.
If I have 12 beers, I feel it.
You feel it. You feel it. I like wine.
I love Moscato. Like I know for a fact I can kill a bottle of Moscato. Been there, done that. But
you know what? Soccer moms everywhere just applauded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barefoot Green Label Moscato. Let's give it an applause.
Wait.
There
it is. Yeah.
And hey, that's the yellow button.
I was gonna say Yellowtail Moscato is one of my wife's favorite, but it doesn't have enough kick. I think like it doesn't like
the alcohol level isn't that high.
It's pretty low, and so that's why I quit drinking Moscato was because I was like,
what's the point?
Yeah, I just feel internally bad because I can kill a whole bottle, and then I'm like debating life choices.
Yeah. Well, you know what you don't debate when you drink?
What?
White Claws. I'm sorry. It's back around. I'm here. I'm here for it. Well, another thing that's happening is the Knox Asian Festival Year of the Mouse 5K and 1 mile run. So, of course, I don't know if do you guys know anything about the 5K world right now?
No, I personally don't.
I signed up for the Knoxville Marathon.
Okay.
And was in training until it got
Was it the
postponed.
Covenant Health
Yes.
one? I was doing the 5K.
Yeah.
And now it's postponed.
It's postponed till mid-November.
Yeah. Well, so this one, they wanted to keep it in, I think, this is my theory, the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, which is May.
Okay.
And so they are doing that you can register and you track it yourself. And so then you send in your time and they want you to post pictures and make it a virtual 5K.
Oh, that's neat.
There are a lot of running apps now that are doing the same thing where you sign up for virtual races. You use their app, so you're actually able to track how far you've gone. And it doesn't even require you to do it the entire, in one sitting.
Yeah.
You can do a marathon over a couple of days, depending on how much, how much time you have available.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then once you've completed it, you register it in the app, you get sent a medal, all of that stuff. So it sounds really similar.
I did not know about that, and that's interesting.
Yeah, we should do one.
We should do the Sands group or the
Fun run.
Fun run. We should do the fun
Michael
run.
Scott fun run.
Yeah.
Wait, is this an
Rabies
Office reference?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
What is it?
I've seen 7 episodes.
Get out.
I know.
Get out.
I love the Office.
I'll just,
I
what?
absolutely love The
Hold on,
Office.
wait, where is it? Oh, wait, no, that was the laugh track. I want the there it is.
Okay. We got lots of noises.
We're gonna have to get you off of the ones and twos.
Maybe we do have a label maker. Maybe.
I do love labels.
Yes.
I do too. Weirdly.
I used to love label making.
Please
I
do.
made my parents buy me one of those old rotary stamped label makers and labeled everything in my room. But I labeled it all incorrectly.
Oh, well,
I wanted to confuse anybody that broke into the house and tried to steal something. Like, ooh, this is
logical.
Transformer.
Gold.
But it's actually, like a
Ninja Turtle. Whoa.
My Little Pony.
Okay. Different vibes. Sure.
Yeah, really switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
TV. It's spam.
Spam. Okay. For sure. Well, that's interesting.
So
virtual fun run.
Office. So your Office reference.
It fell flat, but we'll just keep going.
I got it. I think. Have you all ever done what is the bikes? Is it? I don't want to butcher Peloton. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all ever done one of those?
I've never done.
Used one.
Not a Peloton, but I like stationary bikes.
Yeah. I used to go spin class all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be fun to do, because the whole program and system, it's pretty expensive, to get it up and running, and so
but
it'd be cool to just try it.
You can get the Peloton app, and it's only $15 a month, and you don't have to buy the $2,500 bike, and you can have a different stationary bike and just follow the and. On there, they have more than bike workouts. They have running workouts, a 5K training, which will help you build yourself to a 5K marathon, etc. So it is cool. I think one of our coworkers has it.
Oh, really?
Meredith?
Meredith? From The
Marissa.
Office?
I was scared to say her name's Marissa.
Yeah.
I
was weird.
actually use an app for my running called Zombies Run.
Oh.
And it's a story. It's like a continuing saga, and every time you go running, it's a different part of a new episode. So
I love that.
it tells a story as you're running.
Okay.
And it's got voice actors. You take on a role. You pick up supplies. It's got a base on the app. So as you're running, you are picking up these supplies in virtual
Interesting.
world that you take back to your base, and then you can sit and build it out. And then they've got multiple training scenarios. They've got 5Ks that you can sign up for,
Yeah.
full marathons.
Wow.
It sounds like, that really is the next wave. And it's really cool to see the Knox Asian Festival,
Yeah.
getting into something like that. It's so unique.
I like that we're seeing new companies like become more into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Like everything's becoming a little bit more technical when it should have been. This was just the push. But another thing that you wouldn't have seen besides COVID-19 stuff, I don't think, is Turn Club. Do y'all know of
What
Turn
is
Club?
Turn
No.
Club?
Okay, so it is
A turn's a bird, right?
well,
Turns are birds.
And club
I
is
don't
a
know.
like a mallet
Like
object.
an organization, maybe.
okay, well, this is more like, drinking, like a little bar.
Okay.
But it's about, I'm skipping what y'all are saying.
Okay.
It's a tropical cocktail bar in Old City. Actually, I think it's off of South Gay, so I don't know if you
okay.
consider that Old City. On the edge.
Downtown.
Downtown. But they like
Old City Light.
adjacent.
Jason.
Yes. Well, they are doing an online virtual cocktail party, and they'll give you a list of things you should get, and they're going to teach you how to make like their certain like daiquiris or pina coladas.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think they're also doing trivia, best background stuff, Hawaiian shirts. It looks like a cool thing.
Okay.
I will say I really love Zoom meetings because I like creating bizarre backgrounds.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
really like pushing that background envelope.
Yeah.
And at my day job, we've got the full version of Zoom, so we can use video backgrounds.
Yeah.
I have yet to build a video background, but I am going to do something really unusual.
I love the ones where they'll be themselves in the background doing something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I do. I'm nodding. For anybody who's listening and not
Okay.
watching, I'm
Yeah.
nodding.
That's not how podcasts work, though. Just FYI.
You just have to. I am nodding.
Yeah. And but yeah, and they'll be on the Zoom conference, and then they will have themselves in the background doing laundry or folding or doing the dishes.
Oh, sure.
But it's them
That's funny.
because they spent the time to do that.
Right.
Well, you saw a lot of
hilarious.
kids during like online school would just
yeah.
film themselves and then just like not sit there, but sit there.
Well, there's the yeah, that's true. And I like the ones where on TikTok where the class, like it's one class and they keep pranking the same teacher over and over and over. And
That's
she's
great.
like this old sweetheart lady.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What are you guys doing? Quit doing that." And then all of a sudden, yeah, it'll be crazy.
Well, like I think they passed a pencil around the class one
Yeah.
time, and then I saw them do a few things.
yeah.
That's cute.
She's like, Jimmy, stop that. It's great.
That's great. Again, technology
What?
allowing us to have fun in our daily lives, even though
Yeah.
our daily lives are in complete and total upheaval.
That's right. Well, I feel like a lot of the events we're discussing, they're all virtual because,
They-
like, what
yeah.
other option
are,
do we
yeah.
have? I think the next 3 events we have coming up are virtual. The next one is a community cooking class.
Which that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, well, and it's from the UT Gardens. They're hosting it or something. And they're going to teach you how to do a 3-herb pork chop and like purple cabbage and apple dish.
Yeah.
that
But-
sounds great.
Yeah. Well, and I think they're going to dive into like how to grow your own herbs during this time. Well, during any time, I guess, and like propagating and all that.
I don't have like I feel like our house that we don't have enough of the spices and stuff like easily laid out like you see on like cooking shows and stuff, or just in general, maybe.
I'm really I'm really particular about
Are
the
you?
spices and the spice cabinet. And I mean, I have a full herb garden in my backyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you should see my big dill.
Okay.
It's a really big dill.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I did it. But I
Yeah,
have a giant rosemary plant, sage,
Basil,
oregano,
yeah.
3 different kinds of thyme. I don't grow basil because I don't cook with basil enough.
we cook with basil a lot, so we have a basil plant, mint. But you have to
I've
have
got-
mint separate.
Yeah, I've got mint and then I've got spearmint. I have 2 different kinds of
and you
mint.
can't plant them together because then they'll crossbreed and it'll be weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And mint, like you're not supposed to plant it with other plants. Sorry, this is getting
No,
I'm
no,
curious.
I'm,
Yeah.
no, go
I
for
have
it.
no clue about this
I am
world.
here for this 100%.
Well, it'll
Let me
like
get my tea.
it'll overtake your other like don't put it with your basil because it'll overtake it and change things and it's weird. I was reading about it because we just planted an herb garden.
Really?
So
Yeah, I planted a bunch of marigolds to help keep away squash bugs.
yeah,
And I have some nasturtiums.
I don't
There you
know
go.
what that is.
Nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are a flower that help prevent squash bugs and cucumber beetles and things that
Sure.
get into your vine plants. We have a really bad problem with them where I live for some reason.
Interesting.
But we grow a lot of cucumbers and gourds and pumpkins and things like that.
Okay.
I grow them, but I never use them. So they just kind of wither and die and reseed themselves and then come back the next year. I have a pumpkin patch that literally just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Okay.
Beautiful green warty pumpkins.
I was about to say 90% of what you plant is to keep bugs out.
Out of you
It
planting
really-
Of your
it
plant.
3
really
other
is.
plants to keep this one plant
I
that you
don't-
don't use.
I don't think I have a palate like defined. Like my palate's not like defined enough to know the difference. Like I can eat something with a ton of basil in it and not know the difference if it didn't have basil.
I bet you would. You just
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to name it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You'd
But
be like, this tastes a little weirder than
why
it did.
did you just go super accent on me right there?
I didn't mean to.
This tastes a little differenter than it
Maybe
would
I was like,
without the basil.
Someone's poisoned the water hole.
There's a snake
you
in
so
my boot. Maybe when I was impersonating you.
Top Gun? Is that the Top Gun reference?
No,
Wait.
Sorry, dry sense of humor. Sorry, it was clearly Toy Story.
clearly.
Sorry, my humor is terrible.
Wait. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Well-
so I don't think I can because I can eat the same like 3 meals every day of my life and be totally cool with it.
I can too. I have the
Yeah.
exact same thing for breakfast every day, Monday through Friday, and change it up a little bit on the weekends.
What is it?
I have a piece of toast
Okay.
with sunflower butter, sun butter,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of honey, salt, pepper, and hemp hearts, which
Oh.
are just really, really good. And then I have a sliced up apple.
Okay.
I have that Monday through Friday.
What's hemp hearts?
So it's the heart of the hemp seed. So the hemp seed is broken open, and the little delicious, tasty bit inside is dried, and then you just shake it on there.
Okay.
Just
Oh.
adds a little
I
bit
feel
of
like I've heard
extra
of that.
texture.
Sure.
So I like them a lot.
Okay.
I like it. I'm always changing what I'm eating. I
I
like
yeah.
diversity.
I
I like
love-
trying new things and stuff. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Get out of here.
That's fine.
You're not needed.
That's fine. I do too. I love trying new foods. I cook lots of stuff during the week and during the weekends. But when I'm at work, it's just it's
fair.
food to put something in my belly so that I don't have to focus on it.
That's fair.
Like Steve Jobs. Why did he always wear the jeans and turtleneck? Because then he never has to think about what he was wearing. He could use his brain power to focus on other things.
There's a significant amount of people who do that. Like I think maybe he led the way, but now I know of a lot of people. The founder and CEO of Keller Williams,
Gary Keller. He
Gary
does
Keller,
the exact
wears
same
black
outfit.
every single day.
Yeah, I rotate like 5 outfits. That's it. Just because I don't want to be bothered by trying to figure out how to look good when something is working.
Fair enough.
It's getting deep in here.
Well, anyways, back to what Knoxville is doing.
Right.
There's another virtual event, but this one's close to my heart because it's a Zoom museum tour of the East Tennessee birth birthplace of country music museum.
Oh, wow.
And I'm from Bristol.
Yeah, I was going to say it's up in Bristol.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like downtown Bristol. They started a whole museum, the Carter family. Like, I think maybe we're part of the first recording of country music. And so it's technically the birthplace of country music, not Nashville.
Okay.
Which is the home of country music, I think.
Yeah.
Or something like different.
But not the birthplace.
Right. But this is a virtual tour of it, and it walks you through, which I'm ashamed to say, it's close to my heart. I've never been to the museum. It's one of those things, when you're in your hometown.
It's physically close to your heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Close adjacent.
Well, I had a great aunt that lived in New York City in Greenwich Village, and she had never been to any of the sites in New York.
I think that happens.
Which is apparently pretty common.
Yeah, when you're in New York, as somebody who's lived in New York, when you're a New Yorker, you can see it. They get so irritated by tourists, and yet so many of them have never experienced the things that they get irritated by tourists going and doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the funniest paradox, because New Yorkers don't want to be caught dead in Times Square, and yet there's a lot of fun stuff to do in Times Square.
Well, and you should at least, you should see it. You should experience it at least once or twice. Yeah.
Even when I lived there, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to pretend about it. I am a tourist. I am living here, but there's so much to do and experience. I would be a fool to take that mentality of, oh, I can't do that because I live here.
Right.
But no one in New York actually talks like that.
No, they don't.
No, but throw on the Southern accent in New York. It's great.
Well,
Are you saying the ladies love it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that people will think you are
everyone
simple
loves
and
it.
stupid, and then you surprise them by being
Right.
By
simple and
being
stupid.
simple and stupid. Yeah.
Right. So,
Like, you know what? You pegged me. You got me.
You got me. Nailed it down.
I think I've never really had a very heavy Southern accent, but when I go to New York, it really comes out.
Fair enough. Mine raises when I talk to my family or people that I have a Southern accent and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Same.
good.
Yeah. I lived in DC for a while and I used it to my advantage. I think people liked it. And I taught art classes and they liked it. I think Southern accents are comforting.
They are very comforting.
So-
And I honestly never got a derogatory comment about being a Southerner and having a Southern accent. It really does seem like one of those things that people are endeared to from other places, like using a lot of colloquialisms, like bless their heart,
Yeah, sure.
eat it up. They eat it up. So
Yeah.
any chance you get and you're in New York, do that. So this, the Zoom meeting for the tour is free.
It's free. You just have to RSVP to eths@easttnhistory.org and they'll send you the link.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
really cool. How much? So we didn't actually talk about
That's
when
true.
this community cooking class is.
It is tomorrow, the 21st, or it doesn't have to be tomorrow, I guess, on podcast land. It's the 21st of May when you're
Right.
listening, which is tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
which is tomorrow based on when we're recording.
Yes, but I think most of these things there's time spans, I think, still that you can do it.
Recurring.
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where, and you said it's being hosted by Botanical Gardens, UT?
It is, let me look,
She's looking.
She's looking.
She's looking.
the University of Tennessee Gardens.
Okay.
So,
Yay!
yay!
Yay.
I guess we could dive into the details so people know where to find and do this stuff.
We
Yeah.
can also we can post details and links to things like this in our YouTube channel too.
Oh, that's true.
So when we post this video to YouTube, just click the link once we get it out on social, and you can find out all the details of the things that we are talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Take a look at what he said, where it was said to
Where
be
it's
at,
at. Yeah.
and you'll find the link.
We'll share the links. Everyone will get it. Don't worry. Just make sure you subscribe, and click the bell so that you get notified every time we post something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yay.
Click the bell or go to, is that what you were going to say?
Oh,
Click
but I
the
like
bell.
it. Okay, well, the last thing that I want to talk about is the Monday Maker Master Place, which is basically Marketplace. I can't read today. Marketplace. It's an Instagram that is basically an auction for local artists. And so the Instagram name is the Maker City. And every Monday they'll post 5 local artists, like artwork. And from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. you can auction or bid on these items to get local art. Since we can't have craft fairs or anymore, I think that's the place for it. I think it's cool, and I think it's a cool thing that Knoxville's doing.
Absolutely.
For artists.
I've done some work with the Maker City in the past.
Okay.
It is a phenomenal resource. You can go to, I think it's themakercity.org, and you can also check out their maker listings. So they have over 300 makers here in Knoxville that are registered on that site. So if you're looking for metalwork, or if you're looking for woodwork, or somebody who does knitting or painting, anything like that, this is a really good resource to be able to find somebody doing the thing that you need done. Perfect. And it keeps it local. You can pretty much be guaranteed that the quality is going to be phenomenal because it's what these people have spent their lives doing. Honing their craft. It's really cool that they're doing that marketplace to kind of open things back up for these makers who so depend on being able to go to craft fairs and things to be able to make ends meet.
Right. It's a cool new way for
absolutely
local artists.
Yeah. I follow them on Instagram. Everybody else should, at the Maker City. Yeah.
After you follow us, go follow them.
Yeah.
Sounds
but what's
good.
our Instagram handle?
Well, we have Knox Talk has an Instagram, so it's Knox Talk.
Yeah.
Like
just for the show.
Just for Knox Talk, yeah.
And then once we get things moving and shaking a little bit more, you'll be able to link out to all of our different social channels and follow us there. Yeah, follow us everywhere because we're going to be putting a lot of stuff out.
Be a stalker and follow us.
Yeah, be creepy about it.
Like, subscribe, comment. We love it all.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for checking out Knox Talk this week. Can't wait to see you guys next week as well. And as always, until next time.